I know no bounds. I am the light beyond darkness. I am the flame without smoke. I am the moon beyond clouds. I am the life that knows no bounds. I am love without all delusions. I am bliss beyond all blemishes. I am eternity where time terminates. I am immortality, the end of mortality. I am peace beyond all troubles. I am the self beyond all names and forms. The truth alone triumphs. I am that absolute truth. I am Satchit Ananda. Om Nilambuja Shyamal Komalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panavu Maha Sayakacharu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvanshanatham. Adorations to Lord Rama, whose complexion is like a blue lotus, very tender and delightful in appearance. Sita is seated on his left side, carrying powerful bow and arrow in his hands. Shri Ramcharitmanas in Ayodhya Kanda, and verse number is 148. In a storyline, Sumantra is, which is King Dasharatha's minister, a very close friend. And philosophically, Sumantra is like conscience. When you do sadhana, your conscience is the best friend. It gives you consolation, gives you guidance. It tells you where the shoe pinches. So, Sumantra has reached the king, and he offered adorations to King Dasharatha. And the story of Rama, Lakshmana, Sita, they have gone to Parnakutir. Bhupa Sumantru Linha Udalai, Bhurat Kachu Adhara Janupai. The king enfolded the minister by his arms lovingly, and I felt as if a person who is drowning were to receive sudden miraculous support. With great affection, making the minister sit close by, with tears in his eyes, Rama asked, राम कुशल कहु सखा सनेही, कहाँ रघुनाथ लखन बैदेही, आने फेरी की बनहि सिधाए, सुनत सचिव लोचन जल छाए. Oh friend, how is Rama, Shri Rama? Where are they, Shri Rama, Lakshmana and Janaki, Sita? Have you brought them back? Or did they go away into the forest? Minister, his eyes filled with tears. He didn't know how to suddenly give consolation and calm the mind of King Dasharatha. शोक विकल पुनि पूछ नरेशु, कहु सिय राम लखन संदेशु. King, afflicted with grief, began to ask, give me the message about Sita, Rama and Lakshmana. And while he is asking the question, in his heart, he is recalling Sri Rama's form, his gentle manners, his divine nature. Rao sunai deen banavasu, suniman bhayaun harashu harasu. King Dasharatha said to Sumantra, I gave kingdom to Rama. I declared him as the heir apparent to the throne. And very soon, next day, sent him into forest. Rama's face remained just the same and told him he will receive kingdom serene. And when, after Kaikeyi's plot, Rama was banished and his serenity of face did not fade away. This statement has very profound implication, meaning. Prasannatam yana gatavishekata, tathana mamle banavasa dukkhata, mukhambuja Shri Raghunandarasya me, sadastu sa manjula mangala prada. One of the most important meditation on Rama, Tulsidas' composition. I've already said, but to reiterate it. His face, the cheerfulness of his face, nagata vishekata. When a kingdom was being offered to him, that serenity didn't move away. Think of anyone suddenly winning a lottery and give the message you have won it. Watch what happens to the face. And by the time he is very delighted, oh, I made a mistake. You missed a few numbers. Let's see what turmoil. The scriptures always point to you the highest goal. Soul's main objective is to attain the goal. If it is not, then all that you gain and all that you attain is Maya, illusion. You have done a tremendous adventure in exploring the waters of the mirage, but can't bring even a bottle of that water in your refrigerator. It's very profound. Insight to be gained, that's called first stage vairagya, second stage paravairagya. All worldly attainments, they have their purpose in the allowing you to grow and evolve. But growing and evolving is not your goal. You have to become well grown up. Growing and evolving is just like a bird emerging out of the egg, but doesn't have strength in the wings, just moving around from one little branch to another. So that stage is a stage of practice of virtue that doesn't open the door to liberation, but opens the door to more pleasure, more prosperity. But every prosperity that you gain in the world is brooded over by adversity. Every prosperity, in order to gain anything, you have to prepare your body for pain. No pain, no gain. So that's the type of world you gain as a result of fruit of karma. All souls are led by karma-based vision. Karma-based vision does not have the idea, who am I? Your greatest treasure is just revelation of your identity, not revelation theoretically, but real, intuitional, direct. Aham Brahmasmi. But instead, all souls, jivas, are wandering through the world of karma. And the world gives you constant news, constant changes, constant thrill, and constant perspiration, constant agitation, constant terror, constant frustration, constant sorrow. And you have no choice, you have to live through it. Only not to correct the error, but to modify the error from life to life. That's the predicament of being ignorant, not being enlightened. The central purpose, if you become really wise, not stay of with kid mentality, then your whole focus is never to come back into the world ever again. To have eternal union with Rama. Rama is your identity. Jiva is like a reflected sun. As a reflected sun, it has never absolute peace. Its peace goes into pieces. Some piece is here, some piece is there. Its peace lies in discovering, realizing, I am the sun. That realization does not require the reflected sun to get out of the jar and then spring out of the water and then pass through so many things go up into the outer space, and then finally shake hands with his son. But that's the way sadhana is described. The profounder insight is you are just experiencing a revelation of what you are. Nothing is modified, nothing is changed. Just what is the truth as it is. Discovering it. Because the mind is constantly misinterpreting the truth. How to cross through the turmoil created by the mind. And once that focus develops, serenity begins to be highlighted in your mental process. What you enjoy is keeping the mind serene, not thinking of the past, not thinking of the future, not pondering over any miserable predicament. Mukhambuja Shri Raghunandanasya me. That face of serene Rama becomes your ideal day by day, because that is your own face, as face of Rama. If you work in that direction, then every day there will be Manjula Mangala Prada. Mangal is auspiciousness. Auspiciousness means something that is so divine, so auspicious. And the test, characteristic of auspiciousness, the mind begins to melt away. Man gal jata. When mind begins to melt, then in any condition, in any situation, you are experiencing that peace that you experience in deep sleep without falling into sleep. And at the same time, your practical world and practical realities remain perfectly as they appear to be. They are not in any way disturbed. And this movement comes little by little, day by day. So first, just to dramatize it, if you just work with 7 days, first day you are just coming, looking into the tree and little shoot is coming. Next day, it shot up a little more. Next day, it's come to a state of spreading out. Next day, buds came in. Next day, flowers blossomed. Day by day, that's the description of a successful spiritual life. But that again you have to understand in a mature way. Mature way means your life will continue to present challenges. Whether you are moving in a negative way or in a positive way. You are moving in a positive way, challenges become an opportunity for discovering your strengths and showing it to the world. Heroic sports people look for more and more challenges so that they can go more viral. So that type of spirit, that type of zeal emerges slowly within your personality. You are able to endure tests, turmoils, and emerge stronger than before. And King Dasharatha is pointing out to this, all that I have said. So sute bichurat gayena prana, ko papi bada mohi samana. That Rama, I am separated from him and I am still alive. Who can be a worse sinner than me? All this is not to be taken literally, to be taken how the mind experiences thirst for attaining enlightenment. King Dasharatha and Rama, their soul in two stages. Soul in the stage of having performed lot of virtuous karmas and coming to a state of insight that all this world that you enjoy through your virtuous karma is worth nothing. Alpam, little. What counts is going beyond Indra. Dasharatha's story, he becomes friend of Indra. He helps Indra to stay as Indra by helping Indra to control and conquer demons. But in that process, there opens Kaikeyi's role, who shows her two fingers. She saves King Dasharatha. Kaikeyi's vichar movement, inquiry, that spiritual reflection. Is heaven my goal? Secure heaven, secure virtuous karmas, but not for bhoga, enjoyment, to stay in heaven, but to move towards moksha, liberation. That state of jiva is Dasharatha. And succeeding stage is Rama, which is the goal of this movement. When bhoga, presented by heavenly set, is no longer interesting for you, moksha becomes your reality, moksha, liberation. And liberation is revelation of your identity. Who am I? So that's philosophical background behind this. King Dasharatha, grieving, separated from Rama. Soul coming to the grip of virtue, having seen the glimpse of glory that exists by revelation of the self, and now experiences intense longing and aspiration to be liberated, to join with Rama. Join again is not two personalities coming together, but a reflection coming to the real substance. Coming into the storyline, King Dasharatha shows extreme agony that Rama has not come back, Rama, Lakshmana, Sita. Also remember, Rama is jnana, wisdom at its climax. But all the process of wisdom is Rama's movement. All movements are Ramas, but this highlighted movement of Rama that gives you liberation is Jnana. Lakshmana movement is Dhyana, but known as Raja Yoga, meditation. Sita's role is Viveka Buddhi, intuitive intellect. All the three, jnana, bhakti, and intuitive intellect, they are always together. And they are, in a subtle way, in contact with Bharata, with bhakti, devotion. And Shatrughna, that's karma yoga. Karma and bhakti continue to prepare for jnana and dhyana to succeed. And Sita Devi, Viveka Buddhi, plays her big role. Because of Sita, Rama is able to destroy ignorance, which is Ravana, 10-headed monster. Sakha Ram usiya lakun jahan, tahan mohi pahunchao, nahi te chahat chalan ab pran kahum sati bhav. O friend, take me where Sri Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita are. I'm telling you sincerely that my pranas are ready to depart if you don't do it. Puni puni poochhat mantri hirau, priyatam swan sandesha sunau. Sumantra doesn't know what to say. And the king asked again and again, tell me, quickly. Tell me the message of my dearest Rama. Karahi sakha soi begi upau, Ram lakan siya nayan dekau. Be quick. Do something that I'm going to have. We're going to behold Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita. Sachiva dhira dhari kaha mridubani, Maharaja tuma apandita jnani, Veera sudhira surandhara deva, Sadhu samaju sadastuma seva. Sumantra, with great patience and in gentle manner, he said, O king, you are wise, you have gained knowledge of the Vedas, you are jnani. And among heroes, you are a great hero. You have always served sages and saints. All this while he's telling Dasharatha the meaning behind it for listeners to gain that insight, live to serve. Serve, love, be good, do good. That must enter your personality. And serve love with satsanga. So therefore, sadhu samaj, you have rendered services to saints and sages and their society. Janama marana sab dukha sukha bhoga, hani labh priya milan viyoga, kal karam bas hohi gosai, bar bas rati zivas ki nai. Now here is a very clear insight presented by Sumantra. Birth and death, pleasure and pain, gain and loss, meeting with beloved people and being separated. All this goes on. No one can stop it. If you are embodied, prepare yourself for all these experiences. If you don't want, then look for being disembodied. No more coming back into embodiment. Dheeraj dharahu vivek vichari. Therefore, O king, have patience. Exercise your vivek, your discriminative understanding. And practice vichar, inquiry. Who am I? Chhadiye soch sakal hitakari. And give up this grieving state of your mind. And that will be beneficial for all. While giving this comforting speech, he resumes telling this story aspect of Rama. How did Rama go, etc. And we follow that. Prathama vasu tamasa bhajau दूसर सुर सरि तीर नाई रहे जल पानु करी सिय समेत दो वीर. Sita, Rama, and Lakshmana, first they went to the banks of Tamasa river. Next, they moved towards the bank of Ganges river. And first day, both brothers and Sita, they took bath in the Ganges and they stayed just with living on water, drinking water. Kevat kin bahut sevakayi, so jamini singra aur gamayi. And Nishad Raj, who took them in a boat. That night, Rama, Lakshmana, Sita spent in Sringaverapur. That was the palatial residence of Nishad, Guha Nishad, the friend of Rama. This story is being told by Sumantra to King Dasharatha, how Rama departed. Nishad, Guha Nishad, who took Rama in his boat, Rama, Lakshmana, etc. And hota prat bat chiru mangawa, jata mukut nij shisha banawa. And the very next day, Rama and Lakshmana, they ask for the milk of the banyan tree, Patavriksha. Why? It's very sticky. And it turns the hair into matted locks. Rama was to go into forest, not in the same royal appearance, but in Muni Vesh, appearing as sages, saints, as one who dwells, ascetics dwelling in the forest. So, Rama and Lakshmana did not have their beautiful hair. They turned into matted locks by milk from Akshaya Bhat. I'm using Akshaya, adding to it. Akshaya Bhat means it's all allegorical. Allegorical is now you will not be having the same vasanas that you had in your palatial state. Rama is moving, his Shubha Vasanas is already Shubha Vasana. Now coming to a higher stage. Vasanas mixing with Tattva Gyan. Tattva Gyan that relates the soul to liberation. And liberation is Akshaya Bhat, Akshaya imperishable banyan tree. If you come under that banyan tree, Akshaya Bhat, you have no longer any problem. It's allegorical too. In other words, Rama creates a pledge of attaining liberation by allowing the vasanas to turn into a process becoming Shubha Vasana and then Vasana that burns up by fire of wisdom. The whole process. Ritualistically presented by turning your hair into matted locks. That again is meaning behind the ritual. People who use that even today, people become very serious about their sadhana, and some people turn their hair into matted locks by using blue coming from the special tree. But that's ritualistic. You just like you put kumkum on your Ajna Chakra. It's a ritual. You are awakening your Ajna Chakra with divine love. Kumkum is divine love, red. And Ajna Chakra is being touched by it. Similarly, when you put vibhuti, you are touching you are awakening the resolve that your mind should be touched by the fire of wisdom and become vibhuti, become ashes. So, rituals are reflections of what you want to gain in an allegorical way. And it creates its own process, a subtle awakening within yourself. But if you stay completely confined to ritual only and become proud and conceited about it, then that takes you in a wrong direction. Rama sakha tab nav mangai, priya chadhai chadhe raghurai. He tells how Rama departed. Nishad Raj brought a special boat, and then Lord Rama first helped Sita to enter the boat, then he himself entered, and Lakshmana entered with bow and arrow ready in his arms, because who knows, he is ever ready to protect Rama. Lakshmana movement is dhyana movement. Dhyana must be always sajag. Dhyana, meditative movement, should not permit laziness, inertia. It should be always active. Allegorical, again, don't make your dhyana tense. They have to be always active. If dhyana is always active, you are entering into deeper and deeper silence. बिकल बिलो कि मोहि रघुबीरा, बोले मधुर बचन धरि धीरा. And this is the last message Rama gave to Sumantra. Seeing me agitated due to separation from Rama, Rama said in sweet words, Tata pranam tata san kahehu, bar bar pad pankaj ka gahehu. O beloved one, the word tat is difficult to translate, it's a very endearing term, respectful, loving. So in Hindu culture, when you are addressing someone with that type of profound love and divine affection, you use the word tat, younger as well as older. And very subtle meaning behind it. You are tats. The best way to look at anybody and give the highest respect is to recall everyone is Brahman. In that recall lies your best way you have expressed your virtuous qualities, a respectful manner. O Tat. So Rama tells Sumantra, O Tat, offer adorations to my King Dasharatha, saying, O Tat, Rama saying, and on my behalf again and again touch his lotus feet. Karabi paye pari vinay bahori, tat kariye jani chinta mori. And on my behalf, say to my father, O beloved father, please do not grieve for us. By your grace, by your virtuous karmas, and by your blessings, our stay in the forest will be perfectly spiritually enriching, joyous, perfectly divine. तुम्हारे अनुग्रह तात कानन जात सब सुख पाई हूं. By your grace, O beloved Father, we will find all types of happiness in this forest. So don't worry about it. Pratipali ayas kushal dekhan, paye puni firi aayi hum. And having spent 14 years, done our duty, we are going to come back to you. Also, give this message to the mothers. Janani sakala paritoshi paripaya kari binati gani. Adoring the lotus feet of the mothers, offer our prayers to the mothers and say to them, please do all that is needed but to help Father Dasharatha to stay happy and safe. Guru san kahab sandeshu, bara bara pada padam padum gahi, karab soi upadeshu, jehina shocha mohi adi avadhapati. And on my behalf, bowing down to the lotus feet of Guru Vasishtha. Convey my message to the Guru. May he give proper teachings, instructions, guidance to King Dasharatha, our father, so that our father becomes free of grief. A brief message. A brief message to be free of grief. कहब संदेश भरत के आए, नीति न तजिए राजपद उपाए. And Bharata at that time has been in his Nanihal, where his mother's capital city in a storyline in Afghanistan area. There's nothing to do with politics, it's totally different. Kaya desh. So when Bharat comes back from that place, give him my message that he should not forget about his royal duties, having attained kingdom. In other words, he must look after my father or our father. Palehu prajahi karma banabani, seyahu matu sakal samajani. And rule over the subjects of Ayodhya and serve all the mothers. In other words, do everything that I should have done. Don't let them suffer. Bhakti must take over all that jnana has to bring and prepare the path. Aur nibahehu bhai pe bhai, karipitu matu sujan sevakai. And be a brother, be a good brother, by serving my father, our father, mother, and the subjects. In other words, you want to please me, then do all this. Tata bhanti tehi rakh barau, soch more jahi kare na kau. And especially, look after the king, our father, that he is not afflicted with grief because of separation from me. Lakhan kahe kachu bachan kathora, baraji Rama puni mohi nihora. And at that time, Lakshmana spoke out some cutting words. The Sumantra says, but Rama pleaded not to relate those words to King Dasharatha. बार बार निज शपथ देवाई, कहा बिन तात लखन रक्त लड़िकाई. He emphasized the point, not to say a single word that Lakshmana had said. But at the same time, all these writings have subtle wit about it. That puts King Dasharatha to better, more imagination. What Lakshmana might have said. But it's the art of literature. And with this I conclude for now. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukma Bandhanan Mrityor Mukhyama Mritat Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Ramaya Namo Namah Shivaya. Hari Om.